Hey, this is Brandon.
And this is Barab.
We're 8 Pound Pressure.
And you're listening to AntmanVs.
Woo! Music Familia Productions. World premiere.
You'll never get the best of me. I'm anti-everything. You'll never get the best of me. I'm anti-everything.
Ant-Man and his intern Siobhan also bring you so much more than that. Live, local, from Ant-Man HQ Studios every Tuesday and Thursday. Starting now.
What's going on, Music Familia? Welcome to the show, Hanging Out Tuesday, brand new stuff, and I have an awesome lady hanging out with me in the studio. What's going on, Mary?
That's what's going on. Hello, everybody.
How are you doing, Mary?
I'm doing just fine. Thank you for asking.
Mary, hanging out with us from Columbus Events Group. We have a lot to talk about. And Mary, I just want to say, first and foremost, I'm a huge fan of yours, and I really appreciate everything that you have done for the music scene as a whole for the last 30 years now, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
30 years in 2018. So We're getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So what are we going to be talking about this evening?
Whatever you want to ask me. I'm happy to be here.
I'm pretty excited about it. We're going to be having Mary here. So you're only going to be hanging out for about an hour or so. I don't know. We all turn into pumpkins. I know I start turning into a pumpkin, around 10 o'clock. But in honor of having you come in tonight, we're actually going to do an hour show. So we're going to be ending at 9 o'clock. I want to give a huge shout out to my wife. It's our 1 year anniversary, so I need to make sure I let the wife know.
Wow.
That,
Great.
1 year, right? That's
Great.
hardly anything in the eyes of many people out there that have been there longer than me. So, so Mary, first and foremost, you've been doing it for 30 years. What do you suggest? I guess the first question I've always wanted to ask you, what do you suggest to the bands and the people out there today in 2017 trying to be relevant? Any suggestions to them before we get into the show?
Well, it's all much different than it was a long time ago. The music scene has changed, and it takes a lot of openers just to have a national act. I think promoting yourself is so important from the band's point of view, which doesn't happen too much anymore.
I think the biggest thing, that a lot of people forget about, like, bands are required to be so many things these days.
Yeah.
I mean, not only are they meant to be, promoters, they're responsible for planning the next show, the next music, the next riff, the next whatever, that, I think they get clouded or maybe bogged down.
Yeah, they have to do a lot where they're forgetting the simple things. The simple things like flyering, going out, pounding the pavement, like we do. Our team, I do it myself. We're out there flyering. We're meeting people. We're putting up posters in businesses. And a lot of things have changed in that era. Some bands think all they have to do is sit on Facebook, and promote, and that's just not the way it is.
I've found that there's self-proclaimed promoters out there that love to sit on social media, whether it be Facebook or Instagram or even Twitter, and reach out via message, like as if to say, you're special, like, let me help you. But what a lot of people don't realize is that it's just a copy and pasted message. They probably sent 1,700 private messages before they sent it to you.
Yeah, exactly. I think you hit it right on the head. But I see so many bands trying so hard and not getting anywhere because they have no directions. And then they ask, who wants to be our manager? And maybe that's what they need. Somebody who's really concentrated on the business and helping them out. It is a lot these days to do, but they have to just go back to the basics also.
We're not talking about, like, holding hands across the street type management, though. We're like, you need to show up, and you need to treat it like a job, and I think really a lot of bands, and not just bands, I think just a lot of people in the industry expect the right right now, right meow. I want it right now. Like, if I can't have it right now, then I don't want it. Like, you know, and what a lot of people don't realize, you know, it doesn't come right now. Yeah. And a lot of people are like, well, if it doesn't come right now, then I don't know if I want to put that kind of time and kind of effort into it, you know.
Yeah.
And I mean, and I think those are the flash in the pans, so to speak. So, but we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff in the next hour or so. I'm going to throw a song at you guys, though, and this is from Freak About, and it's called Blood Red. I love this song. I'm going to get this out here, but when we come back from this, we're going to be talking with Mary from Columbus Events Group. A lot of things are happening with Columbus Events Group, and I think you guys are going to love what's going on, and we're going to be getting you guys involved with that. So we're going to be talking about I don't know, a little bit of this, a little bit about that. Go over to AntmanVs.com, check out the brand new website. Also, I want to give a shout out to Columbus Botanical Depot, CBDHempHealth.com, my man Joe. Give him a call, 614-407-4420, or check him out at CBDHempHealth.com. Let him know Ant-Man sent you, and he will probably knock 5% off of your first purchase, most likely. Raw Designs as well, designs by Raw, my man Ryan Woods, making me look so pretty. Bringing my my logos and all my stuff, helping me manage all that stuff. And Photo Nation AP, my man David Sheets. Much love to you, man. Thank you so much for doing photography and some of the other stuff for us. And ZTPmag.com. Raw, beautiful, bold. ZTPmag.com. We'll be right back after this.
Well, I keep slipping further and further, baby. Trying to make this thing spill out of my brain. But the more time that I try, the less I'm satisfied. So I'll keep sitting here till the day that I die. The drum beats, they know everything about me. And the bass, it seems to pump right through my veins. My veins, but the guitar is my shield. Who can comfort me? And when I'm up by myself, it's not the same. No, it's not the same. Ooh.
going on, Mary? Welcome back. How's it going?
Well, it's going pretty good. We're sitting here and talking and having fun.
So, how long? It's been a while. We've known each other. I don't know. We were trying to figure it out. Like, I suck at math, but I'm probably like 4 years or so now, maybe.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Man, Deshaun was
I don't know. He
10, 11.
no, he's 9 now.
9. No.
So he was really
Wow,
little.
really little.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, that's a huge. Wow, I'm getting old. Jeez.
You.
So, Mary, one of the biggest things about the music scene, you've been doing it for 30 years, and I've been dying to talk to you about it. What's it been like for 30 years dealing with Columbus's BS?
Actually, it's been fun.
Yeah?
It's been really fun, and I love doing it. That's why I'm still doing it. I took some time out, I think, for a few years where I didn't do anything, and I missed it so much I had to come back.
Yeah.
Columbus Events Group, and it's part of me. It's really part of me. That's why I haven't retired yet.
So you
Which
think,
I could.
I was gonna say, yeah. Like, so do you think you see yourself, hanging it up, or are you gonna go until the very end? Until
I'm going to be going as long as I can, and as long as my husband says it's okay for me to do it.
I want to give a shout out to your husband. I've only had a chance to meet him once.
Roger.
Yeah, Roger, and he is a great gentleman, and
Yes.
Gentleman and a scholar, as some of my older friends would say. But I've only had a chance to meet him once, but I hopefully get a chance to hang out with him again. But you guys have put together one hell of an organization over there. I mean, from promotions to street team to merchandise to the shows. For 30 years you've been doing it, and then all of a sudden you switch over. Like was it a simple transition, or was it something
No.
like, hey, I'm gonna?
No, we didn't switch over to anything. We're just doing different genres. We have expanded.
A lot of people, I think that's a huge confusion. A lot of people think you just went one direction or one or the other, and that's not the case at all.
No, it seems like when we do a metal show, we don't do too well with it anymore. Maybe other people do, but CEG, for some reason, unless we really book the right act, very popular, the right price, then it will work out. But we found that a lot of our people have gotten older too, and it's harder to get them out.
You don't break necks, you break hips.
Yeah,
Like,
there you go.
yeah.
And especially if we have a band that's known from years ago, it's really hard to get the older people out. I don't want to say older, but you're old.
Right. So, when you look at bands, I think a lot of bands who are interested in getting on shows, I mean, what do you look at when you guys get ready to bring on a band or a show, put a show together? I mean, how do you guys come up with your who's who? I mean, is it like a list on a bar napkin a mile long and then you just cut down from there? Or is it like you guys have been looking at it for months ahead of time?
You mean national acts? Or
Just any in general.
Okay. National acts. Okay, we have like 2 different departments, actually 3, with Columbus Events Group, and Greg Bender heads our metal department, and he's always scouting for bands for tours or whatever. He might contact an agent, or the agent might contact us. Greg takes it from there. He's the negotiator, because I would just say, oh, they want, what, $12,000? Okay, well, that was my past where I would do that. Greg stepped in, and we come to a better agreement, maybe 3,000 instead of 12,
Right.
And it's wonderful with him because he knows all the bands. He knows every metal band that ever played anywhere. He can read the logos, which I'm totally lost.
Some of those logos, man, I'm telling you what. Like, sometimes I turn it sideways. My buddy would come over and flip it back over, be like, no, let me help you.
So yeah, and I'm more the department now of hip hop, which is actually country rap and country, and that's where it came in. We didn't switch.
Right.
We have different genres now, and they do very well.
Man,
because
you guys' the Lax show was crazy.
Yes,
So how is that transition for you over to hip hop?
Over to hip hop, I didn't know anything about hip hop. I know a lot about country because I listened to it myself, but hip hop I didn't know. So I had some people that helped me in the beginning, but it only takes me a couple months to learn, because I've been doing it so long. So now, I know all the acts, I know who is who, and I can do it myself.
I think the coolest thing about it, Mary, is that you come so honest, and I mean, you keep it real, honestly. And at the end of the day, I don't think that happens anymore in the music scene. I don't think there's a lot of, per se, honesty or truthness. And I think that, having somebody like you and Columbus Events Group in the organization or in the pool of all the nastiness, you guys, basically force everybody to put up or shut up, because you guys put on such a killer show that it's kind of a standard. Yeah. You guys set your own standard, your own bar. And, I mean, you can go to any other venue. I mean, you can go to, Park Street Saloon. You can go wherever, Express Live, the Basement, or, you used to be able to go.
Yeah.
And I mean, the thing is, when you guys put a show together, you guys don't just look at the band or, all right, well, how many heads can we get in here? You guys really look at, all right, what do our fans really like? What do they enjoy? What are their hard-earned dollars gonna go the best direction towards? Exactly. I think. I mean, right?
Exactly. And also, like I said, Greg, he knows everything about music, and he puts together every band that he puts on the bill is the right band to put on the bill. He doesn't just throw them on there like when I was working with some other people, they would just throw on an opener just because. He really makes sure they're all in the same genre, or people like to see them. So, we put a lot of work and a lot of thought into our shows, and we like for them to go on time. We like to have people expect when they go to a CEG show, it's going to be a good show, and they're going to party, and they have a good time. Yeah.
In the YouTube chat room, I want to give a shout out to everybody hanging out with us. So Donald, he says, Mary is the best around. Seth Carter, best in the business. No one has come close to treating us better. And the Real Organic Bandits. What's up, Ant-Man? Hello, Mary. I had the honor of meeting you via Carl at the Al Rosa.
Right. Exactly. So, I remember. And
so I want to give a shout out to the Organic Bandits. I did hand over your guys' CD to Miss Mary, so she does have the CD there in hand. I told Josh I would do it.
Here it is.
Thank you, Mary.
Here it is. You said Carl Keaton. He is one of the good guys, and he's a promoter, also fairly new. But,
on the come up,
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of people that are just fed up with seeing how things have been done, and they're like, if all these wannabes can do this and do that, then if I'm just me and I just come in and do what I'm supposed to do, then I should have no problem. Right. And I think at the end of the day, like I said off air, and I'm very transparent and I'm very straightforward, just like you, Mary. But we're all here to provide a service. I'm here to provide a service. You're here to provide a service. CEG. The bands, the artists, everybody down to the venue. We all have a job to do. And I feel like watching social media, I think two things, social media and money, those two big things, have killed our music scene, and I find that the venues have a hard time getting back to the whole, I just want to pay the band to come in and play. It's gotten so much more dynamically different. And the obligations and you're really like...
I thought I turned this down.
Uh-oh.
No.
You want to answer it live on the show? They're like, what do you want?
Hello? Hi. I'm sitting here in the studio with Ant-Man. He made me answer the telephone.
I didn't make it. Oh. That's hilarious.
Yeah, on YouTube, right?
Yep.
On YouTube. Mm-hmm. Okay, I love you. Bye, my daughter. And
Kodak moment right there.
yeah, I want to say something. First of all, I want to give a shout out back to Don Brewer, to Seth Carter. Seth is in the band Charlie Bonnet, right? I always want to pronounce it French. Charlie Bonnet.
Bonnet.
That is Charlie Bonnet. And the effing gas holes? Yes. And they're coming back here with Upchurch. And then they're
Yeah.
going to be playing at Del Rosa on October 13th. But I just wanted, they are such good band. And Charlie used to be in a metal band many years ago. So he still has those roots.
Yeah.
And he's very good, very good.
So, a lot of people don't know that you're a huge country fan. So, I don't know how I met you, like, somebody referred to you as Metal Mary. And I was, have you met Metal Mary? I was like, no, I can't say that I have met. I can't say that I have met Metal Mary. But I was like, well, Columbus Events Group, you need to look them up on Facebook. I'm like, all right, so it's like, well, if Facebook says it, I guess I must do it. I must do it. So 30 years in the business, doing some metal, doing some hip hop. What's the hip hop scene? You think it's more crazy than metal, or is it? I mean,
It's country on steroids.
yeah.
It is very good. I mean,
You actually have to be good because the country
Yes.
song, the music,
Yeah.
is so backed. I think it's like my words, not a lot of other professionals, but my words are like backed off to where like it's not just flooded with instrumentals or music. Like you
Yes.
actually hear them rap. You
True.
can hear the words.
Yeah.
You can actually sit there and be like, oh, I know what this white boy's saying. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, down on the farm type,
Yeah.
like, you know, and it's like. I think the hip hop really hits to the country guys like myself, who's like been around whatever way out in the woods kind
Yeah.
of type of stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Colt Ford is one of my favorites,
Yeah,
and
it's
the
very
Lax
good.
is one of my favorites as well. Those guys.
Were you out? At the
I
live
did.
show?
I was not. I didn't
Oh
get a
my
chance to make it to the
goodness.
show. I was actually in the hospital with my
Oh, yeah.
preemie, so handling a
Yeah.
baby daddy. Film.
Of course, family first, always.
You know, though, Mary, it's funny. A lot of people like the guff that I got for missing shows, like, oh man, dude, you know, are you gonna make it to my show this week? Like, dude, I got this awesome show on Saturday or Friday, and it's $15, you know. But I mean, if you just pay the cover, it's $15, you know, or whatever. And then I'm like, dude, have you seen? We're friends on Facebook, right? Yeah, bro, yeah. Have you seen my Facebook lately? It's been flooded with hospital stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, dude, I didn't see that. But are you going to make it to my show? I'm just like, wow, let me run to my car real quick. I gotta get some powder for that ass real quick. No, but I mean, you know, my thing is it's about family, it's about shows, it's about all that. And we talk about the camaraderie we have. What do you say about the bands when there's a list, there's a bill, and there's 4 bands, and at 12:30 there's 2 bands in the bar? What, as a promoter, as somebody yourself, are you gonna reach out to that band or those band members that leave? I mean, and is there a pass? Because I mean, some of us are 9-to-5ers, blue collar moms and dads, you know. And right now, I mean, I feel like the music scene goes with the flow of school.
Yeah.
If school is in session, then the bands are not playing. And, you know, it seems like summertime is when everybody really gets together. But I've noticed in the music scene with Columbus, in the wintertime, in the cold time, that's when everybody's writing. You know, I've noticed, in the last 3 years, you look at like a Grindhouse and a new album from Boba Flex that came out.
I love that band, Grindhouse.
Yeah. And, you know, like they take a significant, maybe not significant to us, isn't significant, but to them it is. Because that's time they're taking to reinvent, recreate, get together, get ready for the next big thing.
Right.
And, I mean, and we were talking a little bit off air about it, and you have to have I hate using the word, but you have to have a gimmick, or you have to have something these days. You can't just slap a bassist, a drummer, and a lead singer and be like, yo, hey, we got a band, let's do it.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that way anymore. I mean, I think the garage band days, unfortunately, have been like slaughtered and ripped apart.
I don't know if this was before your time in Columbus, but it used to be like bands like Saddleback Shark, which the singer is now my brother-in-law. Jade. There was so many big bands, and they were all local. That's all you needed to book on the weekends.
Right.
And your place would be packed, because I go that far back that we had a club, bar, whatever. And a lot of the musicians that are older now have grown up with us. So that's all you needed. That's all you needed, a local band, a big local band like Saddleback Shark, and your place would be packed.
Like a house band?
Same as the El Rosa. They would play the El Rosa and pack.
So it's like a house band, kind of, if you will? No. Wow.
No, you run them like concerts every weekend. Not every weekend, but Park Avenue, which was our club, and the El Rosa, Park Avenue was known for metal bands. We had the Type O Negatives. We had everybody back then. Okay, the El Rosa didn't. They had the hair bands.
Yeah.
But when we closed in 1994, that's when they started with all of the other bands, too.
Yeah.
And we used to be in competition. Rick didn't like us, we didn't like him, and we love each other now.
It's a love-hate kind
We
of thing.
love each other now.
Yeah.
We love everybody at Del Rosa, and they love us. So, it's kind of great. It's our home.
Have you guys, I've heard people talk about the El Rosa Villa for years, and I was just a wee little Todd when the incident that we all know about the El Rosa Villa happened. And a lot of people, when they go to the El Rosa, they're like, man, this place is dying, this place is this place is that. No. And I was like, you're just not paying attention, man.
No, not
I'm
at
like,
all.
I think a lot of the things, like with the El Rosa, I think the greatest part about it, truthfully, is that rotted smell when you walk in there. Like that smell that, all right, people have been here. Like, I mean,
Or do you think maybe it might be Watain? When they played, they left a terrible smell there because they threw some goat heads or whatever, into the dumpster, and they had blood all over. I offered Rick that I would have Surf Pro come in.
Yeah.
And he said, it's okay, Mary, we're going to clean it, and the smell is going to go away. That's how bad, and I will never, ever book Watain again.
Wow.
There you go.
Wow. Bam! Like, just like that.
No, the El Rosa is the best.
Yeah.
It's the best. I mean, yeah, they have different genres, and they have to, too. And this time and age, you have to. Okay, so that's what they're doing.
You think that with time, do you think the El Rosa is going to have to make changes to keep up with the music scene? I mean, are they going to have to update equipment? I mean, like, a lot of people are like, oh, well, there's the water damage in the building, and there's this and there's that. And I was like, man, again, this is where I go with the whole, it adds to the character of the building.
Exactly, yeah. They're doing little things here and there, but I don't know how much are they going to renovate and take away from the whole atmosphere of being the El Rosa.
Yeah, so. I don't know. I'm kind of on that fence with everybody. I love having that stale smell. Like, I like waking up in the morning like, oh yeah, I was at the Villa last night. Yep. Okay, so that's some sweat. All right, and then okay, so this right here, this is that blonde girl that spilled that drink in the front row when I tried to get up there. Like, oh yeah, you always got one of those stories, because when you're at the El Rosa Villa, it's guaranteed to be a killer show. I mean, I haven't really seen. I remember the Puddle and Mud show that I went to at the El Rosa Villa, and he is fresh out of rehab. And he called, the lead singer was, and he called a girl up, and she had been maybe mid-40s or so, and he called her up on stage, wished her a happy birthday, and then told her to get down on her knees and suck his whatever. And the whole crowd, like, responded, and it was the most glorious experience I've ever had at the El Rosa Villa, where everybody united was like, F you! I think that was pretty cool. But what is your fondest memory, Mary, of the 30 years? I mean, what is? I know you have so many. I can only imagine. But if you could pick one.
My fondest memory actually is Type O Negative and Life of Agony, if you want to put it into shows. That was awesome. That was just totally awesome. But that was so many years ago, like it was in... Oh, our first national show ever was Sepultura.
Wow.
And I had no idea what I was getting into. I booked them not knowing actually what they sounded like, and I put the CD into my car CD player, and here it went all growling, and I almost wrecked because I never heard anything like that before. Wow. But yeah, it was Sepultura, and they had Thanksgiving dinner with us. So that was really cool.
That's cool. That's not too many people are like, you know.
Plus original Sepultura, yeah.
So you guys got a lot of shows coming up. You guys dropped off. Mary, you are so awesome. I have a fat stack of tickets here that you dropped off. How would you like me to... What would you like me to do with these?
I don't know. Whatever you want to do.
No, I want to go to the show.
Well, you keep
I want to go to the show. So, yeah.
I didn't have any for Molly Hatchet, which is this weekend at Muddy
Sold
Creek.
out, I would imagine.
No, it's not sold out, but
really?
I don't have any physical tickets for that. So.
Right, yeah. So, Molly Hatchet this weekend, how excited are you? Do you get a chance to hang out with bands that you guys book?
No, I don't. No. I'm not a groupie. Most of the time I don't even meet them, because I talk to their tour manager. I hang out in the back at the El Rosa, which we call, it's actually the front bar, which we call the VIP.
Yep.
I come out for some shows that I'm really interested in, and I would actually say for every show a little bit, but then I'm whooshed back in there into my safe place.
Here's a question for you. What is your biggest, like, what does it take to get Mary off of her seat to come out and check you out? And if so, like, have you ever walked out of that room and was like, yep, they're going to be on a bill? Or, yep, they're going to be like, hey, Greg, get a hold of them. Or, you know, how often does that happen?
We have done that. I mean, it's not rare. I came out for Charlie Bonnet. I came out for Karach Angren. I don't know if you say it like that. Karach Angren. Oh my gosh, I love them.
Yeah.
Yeah. For Metal Church. Of course, you know, there are so many. There's a lot of... Can you remember anybody? Who? Oh, I don't even know how to say that.
So we have a side audience here in the studio, and it's kind of like, you know, I need to use my lifeline. Reach out, get what's my lifeline?
Yeah.
So we got a couple minutes here, Mary. We got about 20 minutes or so. I'm going to get into a song here. Where can people find you guys and check you guys out in between before we come back?
Okay, we're on Columbus Events Group. Just look it up on Facebook, and here we are, and we're an LLC. We're very legit. We're not under-the-table promoters like some people are.
We're going to talk about that. So can we talk about that when we come back a
little
bit?
Yes, we can. Sure.
All right, sweet. Well, I have something special for you right here. I have the new music from Terry Douglas that he's been working on, but I'm not allowed to play it yet. Oh. So I have to play something from this old album, which is fine. I have no problem with that, but... We're going to get into this. This is Tonight from my man Terry Douglas. Great dude.
Oh, yeah, I like him.
And we're going to get into this. We'll be right back with Miss Mary Coffmon from Columbus Events Group. Check out my website, AntmanVs.com, for more. And check out the sponsors as well, CBDHempHealth.com. Check them out, 614-407-4420. CBD Hemp Health. Let my man Joe know, let me say that I sent you, and you can knock 5% off of that first purchase there. And so Raw Designs by Raw. Yep. Thank you, Miss Mary. Appreciate you. And we're going to get into this song right here from Terry Douglas. We'll be right back after this.
stars tonight. Gonna find my way back home to you. Find my way back home to you. Find my way back home to you tonight. Little bit in my head tonight. Chasing down them stars tonight. Gonna find my way back home to you tonight. Gonna find my way back home to you. Find my way back home to you tonight. In the middle of a dream tonight. Chasing down them stars tonight. Gonna find my way back home to you tonight.
What's going on, Music Familia? Welcome back to the show. Hanging out with the lovely and talented Mary Coffmon. How are you, ma'am?
I'm not talented. I'm fine, thank you.
I don't know, 30 years, like pretty damn talented. So I want to give a huge shout out to everybody communicating and being part of the YouTube. And it turns out that basically I want to give a huge shout out to Rocky X 13. He's coming in Thursday. He's a very do-it-yourself kind of fella. Rocky X TV. Subscribe today and have a chance to do everything yourself on your vehicle. You can do all that fun action yourself and be part of that. He'll be here Thursday. I'm hoping maybe he brings a guitar with him because he does acoustic stuff. So it might be the first acoustic performance on the show that I've ever done. So it'll be pretty interesting to pull out the recording skills that I paid so much money for. So Mary, before we were in the music break there, it turns out that somebody in the chat room definitely wants to hear your opinion on the under-the-table promoters. Here we go. Strapping her shoes up.
Okay. First of all, Columbus Events Group, CEG, is very legit. We pay our taxes. We have an ASCAP license, which most venues don't even have. You know, they singled us out. We have to pay taxes if we don't deduct taxes from out-of-country acts.
Right.
The IRS gets us. We have gotten at times where I had to pay so many $100 because we didn't deduct that from their pay because they didn't have a waiver.
Yeah.
Okay, we weren't tuned into it. So all these things under the table promoter is somebody who says, "Hey, I'm going to do a show today. Okay, I'm going to do it. We're going to sell tickets. We're going to do this and this and this." They pay the band and all their expenses, put the money in their pocket. They don't pay any taxes. The IRS probably doesn't even know about them.
It's all under the table. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Literally, I mean, that's...
Sometimes I wish I could, but, you know, the IRS is right on our backs because we are so legitimate that I think we get singled out a lot,
Really?
you know? Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
So, I mean, with that said, how do you guys... I mean, the under-table promotions... Is there bands that come to you and say, okay, I can't meet these requirements. What if I give you $500? Can I buy my way into a show?
No.
I mean, because I know there's bands out there that are doing that kind of thing.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Like, there's bands that are paying the national acts to be able to get on the bill.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah,
you know,
it's a buy-on.
And
sure.
it's a buy... a buy-on,
Mm-hmm.
right. And a lot of people... Like, some of the local bands don't know about that kind of thing. I mean, it's not something that's like, here's a list of rules on how to be in the music industry.
I'm sure some local bands have bought their way onto tours.
Yeah, you know, and I mean, who do you think that hurts at the end of the day? Does it hurt the promoter? Does it hurt the bands? Is it?
No. It doesn't. It doesn't. I think what the bands do are... you know, buying themselves onto a tour and whatever, that's between them and the national act and the agencies. We don't have anything to do with that. And sometimes we get these buy-ons that come through there with the national act, say they're with the real big act, and then you have the smaller name at the end, you know, probably that they're not even getting paid. Okay, we have so many bands that insist on getting more money than bands or national acts, which is, sometimes it's really hard to digest, because when we get one of those bands that don't get paid, we do not take a cut of their merchandise or anything. We just don't do that, because we know they need that money. So
that's gas money to the next show.
Yeah, we don't do that. We feed them. We feed everybody. We have a hospitality buffet in the back, and we're known for that. We're known for feeding people and giving them hospitality. Me being from Germany, feeding people is and eating it too. At the same
there you
time.
go. There you go.
So. No, and I want to bring something up. It's ticket sales, okay? When you play for Columbus Events Group, yes, we do have ticket sales, but you do make a commission on it. You do not play for free, or what they call it, pay for play. Yeah, no, we don't do that. Our locals can make money when they sell tickets, so...
I think that's interesting in itself. Like, even with all the changes and everything going on, you guys absolutely refuse to roll over with some of the normal venues. I mean, a lot of the venues, let's face it, they're not paying the bands. They're not even really, let's be honest, taking care of their people. I mean, I think the venues have forgotten to a point. Well, I'm a venue, so I have this many people coming and I have this many okay, well, I think there's venues that are finding that maybe they shouldn't have charged covers in certain aspects, when they could have just counted on drink sales, or could have just counted on drink specials or whatever. I mean, and I'm seeing a lot of bands that are jumping on board with, for example, CEG and other quality promoters around, because they're able to bring their own merch to their table. They're able to bring stuff in. They're able to put themselves out there. In fact, you guys encourage them to do so, if I'm not mistaken.
Absolutely, yes.
And I don't think a lot of venues provide that kind of, umbrella.
I know the El Rosa does.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
They do.
So, let's see. Donald Brewer.
Hi, Don.
So, looks like next time, sneak me some out of the back. I was hungry, hillbilly back in March. And turns out your dark-haired girl, CEG, is doing it right. Nothing better than an honest and hard-working company. And Seth Carter, barbecue! So.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Don, you're always invited into the VIP at the El Rosa, and you know where we hang out at the Muddy Creek, so come and get your food tickets from me. Yeah, we provide all the acts with food tickets at Muddy Creek that they can get their food.
That's that's the way to go.
Yeah.
And they got such an awesome Italian sub over there. Like, I had an opportunity we don't just do local advertising, and we don't just promote local businesses. We do food reviews and all kinds of other stuff on here as well. And one of the things I was fascinated with was I couldn't put the Italian sub down. It was burning my fingers, and I couldn't put it down. And I was like, I just can't stop.
Well, we're using Lynette's Barbecue out of Newark. He comes and works all our shows at the El Rosa and at Muddy Creek. And it's awesome food. You have to try it.
I think I'm going to, just for the food alone.
A lot of times he also caters our VIP.
Gabriel says, I love you, Grandma Mary.
Oh, how sweet. Thank you.
And Donald says he'll see you this weekend for your party.
Absolutely, so. My birthday party.
Yeah, as a matter of fact. And so that's going down at the El Rosa. No,
Muddy Creek.
Muddy Creek. So
with
you're
Molly
going to
Hatchet, yes.
Yep. And that's pretty... Oh, man. Molly Hatchet. Holy cow. That's pretty awesome. Are you going to tell anybody how old you're going to be, Mary?
No.
You're going to be 21 again, right?
Exactly, yes.
Yeah. So what is... Before you head out the door, I know you got places to be and people to see.
Yeah, we need to go to Dairy Queen.
Yeah. What would you like to leave everybody with this evening? If you could leave them with a piece, what would you leave them with?
I'm stunned.
Yeah.
What would I leave them with?
Yep.
Come to our shows.
Yeah.
You will have a great experience.
Support local.
Definitely.
Get off of your
Support local, please do. And help the bands. I mean, it's a lot, just like Ann said before, it's a lot that they have on their plate to do. So they need direction, but there's a lot, like Grindhouse, for instance, Seven, who also does our, flyers, posters, whatever, that can promote themselves to no end, and he's local, but they just pound everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
I think it's a lot of people forget. We were talking about Ricky Wolf. He's a prime example, man. Like, he's not afraid to get out there and put a flyer on everybody's windshield. Like, everybody, and you'll see flyers posted out, things. I mean, if it's got a pocket and he can get away with it, he's putting a flyer in it. So, I mean, I think that's the kind of determination.
Old school.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, Mary, I really appreciate you coming in and hanging out, and I really appreciate what Columbus Events Group does for the local community. You guys don't just do shows; you guys do charity shows too. You guys You guys do so much.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm always overwhelmed when people, say that they like me, they love CEG, and it's just we're just doing what we're doing. Especially Christy. She's Greg's wife. She does all the, oh my gosh, she does so much. You wouldn't believe it. She has a degree in marketing, and she does all the marketing for CEG. She works behind the scenes,
Oh,
but
yeah. Well,
we have all that.
Yeah, you have to. You have to.
Definitely.
So make sure you guys find them, Columbus Events Group, LLC. Yeah, now that's specific.
LLC.
Yeah, that's specific, because if you're looking on Facebook, you will find other Columbus Events Group stuff, and it's not the same.
No, it's
so
not the same.
make sure you're not clicking like on that, and make sure you find the right stuff.
Our LLC was not bought online. Okay.
There you go.
There
right.
you go.
So, Mary, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight.
Well, thank you for having me. I had a
no.
great time.
And we got the Molly Hatchet show this weekend. I got a huge stack of tickets here. I'm going to probably do a stack of giveaways here and throughout, probably. And I'm really interested in trying to see what we can do to help promote and support each other in the local music scene. So I'm excited to maybe partner with CEG to help us reach the world. I think it would be pretty awesome.
Hey, that would be awesome.
Yeah. All right, Mary. Well, thank you so much for coming in and hanging out with me. I really appreciate you. And
thank you.
So I am Ant-Man. I am getting ready to get out the door. As you guys know, I'm cutting the show a little early. Mary has places to go. I have places to go because I have a wedding anniversary that I'm supposed to be at.
Yes.
And the longer I'm here, I'm probably going to get my butt kicked. So... But I am here Thursday. We're going to have Rocky X TV. He's going to be hanging out with us live. It's going to be an awesome show. I want to give a shout-out to my sponsors, Columbus Botanical Depot, Raw Designs, and ZTB Mag, Photo Nation AP, and Hemp Lucid. We're going to be talking about them coming up a little bit. And we just hit almost 6,000 views on our CBD hemp video. So hopefully you guys check them out. It's going to be pretty awesome. And I want to thank our couch of guests who are not on the camera. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out. And again, I am Ant-Man. I'm out the door. Mary, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
I love you, Mary.
I love you.
I love the family. And we will be here Thursday night, 8 o'clock, all the way till 10 o'clock with Rocky X TV. And make sure you get ready. Subscribe to his YouTube channel, because we're going to be sharing a whole bunch of stuff back and forth. And I don't know what else to say other than that. It's pretty hot. I want to go to Dairy Queen with Mary. So we're going to get out of here. You guys have a wonderful night. Thank you for checking us out.